Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fumble Sports NFL Wildcard Weekend pregame show or preview, answering all of your questions for NFL Wildcard Weekend. If you've got questions, we've got answers. Wanted to make sure I jumped on TikTok Live and answered all of your questions, whether it's fantasy, gambling, DFS, player prop bets, everything you need to cash in on your wildcard weekend. So make sure you throw your questions in the chat. We're doing all of your fantasy questions. What do I think about the Titans? I think they need to move on from, obviously, I don't think Malik Willis is the right fit, so I think they need to actually find another quarterback. I think they need to make a lot of moves in the offseason. If they want to try Malik Willis out for one more year, that's fine, but I actually didn't see anything from him in his limited time on the field that would give me any faith, Titans fan. Appreciate all of you joining us. Make sure you're following us at Fumble Sports and check out our website, buttfumblesports.com. You can sign up for a free newsletter that gives you all of my picks, whether it's game picks, total plays, or player prop bets for Wild Card Weekend. If you have questions about Wild Card Weekend, that's why I jumped on this TikTok Live. We're talking NFL, anything you need for NFL Wild Card Weekend. Game picks, total plays, player prop bets, my analysis, my rants, my takes, everything you need. So put your questions in the chat. More than happy to answer all of your questions over the next few minutes. Looking towards that first game on Saturday at 4:30 between the 9-8 Seattle Seahawks and the 13-4 San Francisco 49ers. That game is on Fox. Where I see it right now, the San Francisco 49ers are a 10-point favorite. The over-under set at 43 points. That said, I think the San Francisco 49ers are a good money line play. I would fold them into a number of parlays, but I would be wary about that spread. I think the Seahawks will be slightly more competitive than that 10-point spread would suggest. So I would take Seattle on the cover play, but I would take San Francisco on the money line, and I do really like the under in that one. So that's San Francisco on the money line, Seattle to cover. I would buy a 1.5 just to make sure I'm getting both a touchdown and a field goal in my favor. So I would be getting it at 11.5, and then I would take the under after I buy the 1.5. Make sure you're following us at Fumble Sports on TikTok. If you like watching our game pick videos, you won't want to miss them for Wild Card Weekend. Go to our TikTok channel at Fumble Sports or our YouTube channel, Fumble Sports. You'll get all of my game pick videos there. Titans fan, I like Malik Willis as a story. I just didn't see enough quality production from him this year. You saw what Kenny Pickett was doing in Pittsburgh. I didn't see that from Malik Willis. The fact that they went to Joshua Dobbs, I think, wasn't a bit of an indictment on Malik Willis's young talent. He might need some time to develop, but if he really had the promise that they were hoping for, he would have been able to step up and be a bit more productive in his limited time on the field. Ray Woods to score a touchdown this weekend. I'm not sure about it. Seems like a bit of a long shot. Yair 16, Chargers or Jaguars. Let's get to that next game. That game kicks off at 8:15 on Saturday. The Chargers right now are a 1-point favorite. The over-under set at 47.5 points. Some gambling trends on that Chargers-Jaguars game. I give these trends because it informs my picks. The Chargers are 4-0-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall, while the Jaguars are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Chargers are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 meetings in Jacksonville against the Jaguars, and the favorite is 8-3 against the spread in the last 11 meetings between the Jaguars and Chargers. I like the Chargers on this one. I was concerned about Mike Williams' health. I was concerned about Joey Bosa's health, but I like the Chargers on the money line in this one. I like the Chargers to cover as well, given the spread is only 1 point. I like the LA Chargers to cover. I do like the under in this one. I didn't give the gambling trends for that, but the trends that I have lean towards the under as well. So I like Chargers on the money line, Chargers to cover, and the under. One of the reasons I like Chargers so much, the Chargers are 7-2 against the spread on the road this season, and Justin Herbert has better stats on the road than he does at home. The reverse is the case for Trevor Lawrence. He's actually better on the road than he is at home. So that said, I really like Justin Herbert. I like the Chargers. I think they cover. I think they win that game on Saturday night. Make sure you're following us at Fumble Sports. Hit that follow button. And if you want my game pick videos, you can check them out on our YouTube channel, Fumble Sports, or on our TikTok channel at Fumble Sports. And of course, go to our website, buttfumblesports.com, sign up for the free newsletter. Once you do, you can get all of my game picks, total plays, and player prop bets in one place. When I give out the newsletter, it's all of my game picks in one place with all the gambling trends and the notes that go into my game picks as well. You won't want to miss those. Who did the Chargers beat that's good? I don't know why that matters. I think they play their competition, and thus far, they've played especially well against the spread on the road. Make sure you're following us at ButtFumble Sports on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and at SportsFumble on Twitter. If you've got questions about NFL Wildcard Weekend, or you have rants of your own, make sure you're sharing them with us. If you have rants of your own and you want to put them out as a video, make sure you're sharing it as a hashtag ButtFumble Sports. That way we see it and we can respond to it. Edmund, let's get to that game. Sunday at 4:30. The 9-7-1 New York Giants play the 13-4 Minnesota Vikings. That game is on Fox. Where I see it, the Vikings are a 3-point favorite, and the over-under is set at 48.5 points. Some gambling trends for you before I give my analysis of my game pick. The Giants are 9-1 against the spread in their last 10 playoff road games, while the road team is 9-4 against the spread in the last 13 meetings between the Giants and Vikings. The favorite is 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 meetings between the two teams. The over is 5-0-1 in the Giants' last 6 games on field turf. The over is 6-1 in the Vikings' last 7 games overall. The ButtFumble Sports pick for this one is Vikings on the money line, Giants to cover after you buy 1.5 points, and the over. I think this is a game in which the Giants offense is going to benefit from playing the worst defense. I think the Vikings, we know that they're going to score a lot of points at home, so I like a lot of points scored in this game. The Vikings defense is just not that good, so I think it's a matter of the Vikings score just enough points to overcome their deficiencies on offense. I like Vikings to win. I like the Giants to keep it close, so that's Vikings on the money line, Giants to cover plus 4.5, and the over. Make sure you're following us at ButtFumble Sports, and if you want all of my game picks, make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com, and sign up for the free newsletter so you can get all my picks in one place. Interestingly enough, Danny Dimes actually had better stats than Cousins in their matchup a few weeks ago. Danny Dimes threw for over 330 passing yards, Cousins for under 300. I think Danny Dimes has played really well on the road this year. I wouldn't be surprised if Jones outplays Cousins, but even though Cousins will ultimately get the win. Thomas, congratulations. Make sure you take a screenshot of your championship either matchup or your standings and share it with ButtFumble Sports using the hashtag ButtFumbleSports. First in your league at 7-7. You had a lot of parity in your league, clearly. Make sure you're following us at ButtFumble Sports. Wow, Thomas, what a road to the championship. That's like the Green Bay Packers as the wild card team ultimately making it to the Super Bowl. Where is DeAndre Hopkins going to end up? I think he could end up, believe it or not, on the New England Patriots. There was a lot of talk in that Patriots-Cardinals game between Belichick and Hopkins. They have a lot of love for each other. I could see the Cardinals trying to move on from him. I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots want to add a big-name receiver to get Mac Jones paired with someone who can give him some downfield production. So I know that sounds a bit crazy, but the Patriots in the past have actually taken a shot on some brand-name receivers like Randy Moss, like Ocho Cinco. So I actually wouldn't be surprised by that. Does Brady go back to the Patriots? I don't think so. I think they're pretty locked into Mac Jones. I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Brady does end up in Las Vegas with Josh McDaniels. I think there were rumors years ago that we've all kind of heard that were kind of true, that Tom Brady wanted to go to Vegas and was surprised that they stayed with Derek Carr. I think now's the perfect opportunity. One last season for Tom Brady. If he's going to do it anywhere, Las Vegas is a good place to do it. Duffelbag, appreciate your support. But Duffelbag, make sure you're going to our website, buttfumblesports.com, and sign up for that free newsletter. That way you get all of my game picks and all of my analysis all in one place. Also, you can get ButtFumble Sports merchandise. We now have some hoodies, some t-shirts, and a lot of other things, so check that out. I do like I do like the Chargers over the Jaguars. I like Chargers on the money line, and I do like the Chargers to cover as well. One of the reasons for that, the Chargers have been really good on the road this year covering. They're 7-2 on the road against the spread. Herbert's been better on the road than he is at home. I don't like Trevor Lawrence as much in this game. For some reason, I feel like this is Trevor Lawrence's first opportunity in the playoffs, and it won't be necessarily a breakout moment. So I do think the Chargers win. Okay, so Tampa Bay and Dallas. That's an interesting one for me because Tom Brady in his career is 7-0 against the Dallas Cowboys. That said, Tampa Bay is 1-6-1 against the spread this season, so those trends kind of work against each other. I do like Dallas in this game on the money line, and let me tell you why. I think there's a recency bias. We saw the Dallas Cowboys play really poorly against the Commanders, but on paper, a roster, this is a much better team than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, especially in the trenches. The Bucs offensive line is injured. We know that Micah Parsons and Lawrence can get after the quarterback. I think the Cowboys are going to win this game. I like Cowboys on the money line. I would take Tampa Bay to cover the spread. I'd buy the 1.5 and take Tampa Bay +4. But I also like the under. I think the offenses won't be as strong in this one. The only concern I have about the under is if Dak Prescott throws a pick six, which, as we've seen over the last month and a half, is very likely. But I do like Dallas on the money line, Tampa Bay +4, and the under 47 after I buy a 1.5.